What up to the pod version? Everybody sleeping in the cloud. Welcome to the Black Log, where we talk black about TV, film, music. Sometimes we digress into conversations and drink coffee or hot tea, which is recommended by 3 out of 4 cardiologists. My name, Rod. The gentleman to my left or right, depending on the platform you're watching, his name is Ryan. He's my brother. Say hello.
What up, what up, what up? What's happening? What's happening?
He does that every week. We're here. We're going to talk some stuff. How about that? We're in the good times mode. Temporary layoffs, good times, easy credit real deposits. Before we go into that, how was your week? That good, huh? That great? Thank you. Thank you.
This is the highlight of my week right now.
Thank you for that rousing. It's a
This is one of my highlights. Let's put it like
you
that.
did the WB frog. That's what you did. You doing, Ryan? Michigan right. Remember he take his little floppy off.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. Like I say, we're doing good times. And we're on an episode that I found a lot of humor in that I don't recall it at. There's a lot of stuff I found in here that I didn't expect to. It's like the Debutante Ball. You say it's called the Debutante Ball.
Debutante Ball is rolling.
Directed again by Herb Kenowith, but the story was by Patricia Edwards, and the teleplay was written by Jack Ellison and Norman Paul. Let me tell you something. I'm noticing that Jack Ellison and Norman Paul got a lot of credit. They seem to get all the teleplay credits, so they had a lot. Yeah, I mean, those two are dead now, from my research, but they got a lot of residuals. Like people are coming with a story.
What's important about teleplay?
Huh? You're writing the script. You write the words. Like if you come up with an idea, let's just say this for the sake of it, because we do this every week. As you say, the brief summary. I'll let you introduce.
Our brief summary is brought to you by Brevity. If you didn't have it, we'd be here all day. And now that he brings it up, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like, share, comment. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. And if you don't really dig it too much, give us that 5-star rating anyway. And we promise to do better next week. And you can find a lot more clips on IG, TikTok, Facebook. And shout out to Tiffany Customs Creations. Found at etiffanycreations.com. They are now getting ready for the Mardi Gras season. They got some good outfits, some good apparel for you. Hey, man.
I'm gonna go to the Mardi Gras for all your apparel needs.
Got some good stuff, man. I just saw something the other day.
Like I said, but hold on. Like I said, the brief summary. JJ has met this fine little thing from Uptown, and her parents think she's too good for JJ. That would be the story. If Patricia Edward walks in, I got this great idea, but JJ meets this girl from Uptown and she's in love, but her parents think it's too good for her. And she may even have the story kind of beaten out a little bit more, but in the end, the words are written by teleplay. You ask about teleplay. That would be written by Jack Ellison and Norman Paul. So they're writing that, which is in
the words of Judd Nelson,
it was a fist, but we'll take it like that. Hey, here at the Black Log, we like to entertain, but we also like to educate with the Black Log word of the day. Today's word, voracious, VORACIOUS, voracious. It's an adjective, meaning having an eager approach to an activity. Used in a sentence, when asked his top 5, Ben didn't hear the words point guard and named 5 adult film stars, and we discovered his voracious appetite for porn.
Sounds about right.
Voracious. Take it into your day. Take it into your day. Use it.
As in Ben What's your boy name? Who miss all the shots? They make fun of him. Went to
Well,
LSU.
I didn't, I didn't mean Ben Simmons, but I
Ben Simmons.
guess
That's what you talking about? Your boy.
I wasn't, but since we're here, let's put it
Oh, I
on
thought that's what
Ben.
you talking. I thought that's what you talking about.
Oh my God. Like I said, I told you with the stories about JJ. He's got this new job working
Yeah,
at
bro.
an uptown movie theater. He's
Michael got to got to do get his little acting chops on.
yes, Ralph Carter
And one part,
brought to us courtesy of Raisin.
Huh.
I just
One part.
what?
That one part, he got to act like JJ.
Oh man. Yeah. So JJ's got this job. He's getting ready to go to the job. Like I say, it's really big for him. There's a call. He gets a call. He comes out the bathroom, and we get to see one of those classic JJ's entrance, and just have some.
With all
He's wearing a towel, then puts a robe on just to answer the phone.
And he's laughed at because he's so skinny. I get it. Nah, 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 nah.
Waka 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 waka.
That's all it is. Yeah. We do find out that Henrietta is out, and Clarissa is in.
The phone calls from Henrietta, and Henrietta wants to go out, and he basically blows her off. It's just like, I'm busy, this, that, the other, and the family's curious, like, what's up with this? Why you blowing off Henrietta? That's your girl, and stuff like that.
It's interesting too because now I have a picture of Henrietta. Because I mean, it's later on in the season when the Henrietta episode, but I have a picture of Henrietta now, and now it's like, why are you dogging that little girl, man?
I know, man. Henrietta's a cute little girl. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you dogging her? Because you ain't too pretty, James. James, you ain't that pretty. Even his parents said in this episode, JJ is amazing in his own special way. You know what that says? You know, my child is ugly, but I love him. That's what Florida was saying. You know, your brother's attractive to many people. Maybe not you, but that's what. Like I said, he's on the phone and he's like, they asked, he said, yeah, you know, I just moved on because I have found a new girl. Met a new woman. Her name is Clarissa Robinson. Met her at the movie theater he works at. And let me state, she is played by Roseanne Kent. This actress is known for The Swinging Cheerleader, Motel Hell, The Rookie, Starsky and Hutch, Sanford and Son, where she plays Grady's granddaughter, Chesty Anderson, U.S. Navy. Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes, she was Grady's granddaughter.
In Sanford and Son or Sanford?
In the Sanford and Son and on the Sanford show.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I did
like Clarissa though.
Joe Morgan. Yeah, he was on that too. On Grady.
Clarissa was one of my favorites back in the day when I was younger. When that episode came on, I'm like, ooh.
She had a small role in Bachelor Party, and she played a special part in my life because she was Playboy's Miss. She was Playboy's Miss September, 1978. I can't even tell you why I had that magazine, but I did, and I brought it to my Saturday band rehearsal. I was a part of a multi-school band, and we would always rehearse on Saturday, and I had this magazine in my clarinet case. And I tell you, somebody dined me out to Mr. Tarragona. And Mr. Tarragona said, before the whole band, I heard Roddy Melton rocking around with naked pictures, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. God rest Mr. Tarragona. So he said, I heard Roddy Melton walking around with naked pictures, but I don't believe that. Because if he was, I'd have to tell his fault. That's something I would. So I know he's going to be giving me all good behavior the rest of this year. So basically, I was extorted by my band director.
You were smart, you would have hid it.
Huh?
If you were smart, you would have got a new hiding spot for it.
If I found out who dined me out on that, because somebody had to dime me out, it would be pause on site. To this day, I'm mad about that. It would be pause on site. And let me
It's
say,
somebody you probably talked to. You probably talked to him like a week ago. Probably. You probably didn't talk to him within the last month.
I think it was some of the dudes because we were St. Gabriel, St. Paul. This is Corpus Christi. I think it was one of the dudes from Corpus Christi who did it. I really think I think it was one of the dudes from Corpus Christi. I don't know. But in knowing that, I don't know why. I just happened to look her up and I researched. She was the 6th black woman to be in Playboy. And in that list, they had a whole list of all the black women who have been in Playboy, and it's 31 of them.
How do we get on this?
Because it's Roseanne Canton, the actress herself. I'm just sorry. I had to say this because I looked it up. Playboy started in 1953. They've had 864 centerfolds and only 31 black women. That's less than 4%. You telling me you couldn't find no good-looking naked black women more than 31 over since 1953? I'm just saying. Come on, man. You couldn't find no good-looking black women since 1950. 31. That's it? Come on.
Hey, man, racism's over.
What?
Said racism's over.
Wow.
That was a joke. That was a joke for somebody who's gonna get on their keyboard and be like, "You over there talking about racism? Oh, sell out!" Blah, 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 blah. It was a joke. It's a joke. You can see somebody right now. I'm about to dump my tails behind them.
You made me think of Kermit the Frog on the tape. You made me think of Kermit.
You can't just see somebody like, look at him talking about ain't no racism. Damn joke, man.
Why do I see? I just see somebody. I got that Ryan email. What was he talking about? He don't know nothing. Like I said,
his ass over there, and everything. He gonna tell me. He gonna tell me he just pulled himself up by his bootstraps. No. It's a joke. We're just fooling around, man.
The whole point was, like I said, Roseanne, she played a little special part in my heart, despite the extortion deal that my band director had over my head.
Hey, man, every time I saw that episode, I was like, ooh, Clarissa.
But they talk about Clarissa. He really likes her, but also she lives on the South Shore, basically where she's off Lake Michigan. She lives in a black neighborhood, an upper class black neighborhood, and she drives a Cadillac. It's like, hold on. James like, hold on, you gotta.
And as Michael said, they're so fancy they eat their fried chicken broiled. I think I might consider. At first, I didn't have a Shagoo moment of the show. I think I might reconsider that.
I wouldn't call it Shagoo. It's just a bad joke.
Michael?
But it was a joke that worked probably in that time and period. Like I said,
He didn't need to do all that. Broiled.
I don't think he did. I don't recall all that. Now I'm trying to think. Man, did he do that? I think you put a little extra on it, right?
They're so fancy that they eat their fried chicken broiled.
He did not do that.
It seems like Michael does that at least every other show.
Oh, yeah,
Dynamite.
Oh God. JJ explains that her father's a businessman. And they have an 8-room house with 3 bathrooms. So, Thelma questions, why is Clarissa with JJ? That is when Florida defends her baby. You know Thelma. JJ.
Yeah.
Many women are attracted in his own special way.
And James added something about the Evans men.
Yeah. He didn't do that, but that's what I wanted to hear. Something about them Evans men. Yeah. And Florida is concerned about JJ jumping the gun and saying, y'all know how he gets. He get all high in the sky, then he falls back down to the ground. And can I say on the side note, man, Thelma was looking good. That afro, she was looking pretty hot this episode. I don't know what it was. I was like Thelma just kept walking through. I was like, damn, Thelma.
She was not looking 16.
Yeah, she was not looking. She was not looking. She was not looking like
grown,
first.
like grown woman.
Kind of looking like a grown woman. And JJ, like I said, JJ pops out. He is dressed for work when Clarissa calls. He got his suit on, his usher suit for the theater. That was the thing back in the day at the upscale theaters. But he gets a call. It's Clarissa. She has requested him to be his host and escort her at a debutante ball. And he's like, yeah. And everybody's excited. He says, I got to get a tuxedo. Immediately, James says, man, I'm going to talk to my man Freddie over at the funeral party, and we going to get you his, Dad, I think this time I'd like to rent a tuxedo.
Go ahead and get my own tuxedo.
I'm going to get my own tuxedo. How about I rent it, Dad? I don't need to get something. But he says, he made a joke about.
I know I'm going back to JJ's outfit. He actually looked like a bellboy.
Yeah.
Like one of them old school bellboys.
He kind of, but you know what? Ushers back then kind of dressed. All of them kind of wore similar outfits. Like when you had ushers, even though he's being an usher of more of a 50s style theater because it's the 70s now, and you got, it's not like that. And I mean, ushers now, it's not literally they would walk you to a seat.
Do they even have ushers at theaters now?
Yeah, people that come in and wait for the movie. They wait for the final credits to clean up.
They wait for you so they can clean up. Yeah, they're not ushers anymore.
Ain't nobody gonna walk you to.
Because they're not about to ask you like, man, going to ask them.
There are lights and letters and numbers, and if you can't get you on your own.
And they probably like, man, I'm not going to tell him to move. Move where? You go tell him. Y'all don't pay me enough.
Don't pay me enough to get in no fight with these people. Like I say, he's got this, and he's really happy that he's.
He's very happy.
He bounces out. He said, "I'm going to work," and it's like, what's the name? Florida asked him, "JJ, are you wearing that to work?" And I noticed that she got two questions. She later questions him about wearing his tuxedo in the neighborhood. Like, I know Cabrini Green is bad, but it's like, if you just wear a different set of clothes, are you going to get mugged? Like, she asked him, are you going to wear your uniform to work? Huh?
I mean, it is kind of wild honestly, not even walking through Cabrini Green. Just walking somewhere with that outfit is kind of wild, bro. Bro, he's walking through. I don't care if he's walking through.
Nah, mind you,
Cabrini Green.
Let's get
South
it straight.
Shore,
you wouldn't wear that color. You wouldn't care that.
He has on an all red outfit with a sailor's hat on. Not like a sailor's captain hat on, bro. He looks ridiculous. I mean, let's be honest, bro.
He said, he looks ridiculous.
I mean, he does, bro.
he looks ridiculous. Mind you, we're jumping ahead.
If you saw one of your boys, if you was driving in a silver bullet back in '85, and you was going home, and you saw one of your boys, let's say you saw Brian walking on the side of the road, bro, and you was like, Brian, you would probably say, bro, what is that ridiculous outfit you got on, and where are you going?
Now let me state this, because we have jumped ahead to that tuxedo, but it was.
No, I'm talking about that red outfit he got on. I'm talking about that bellboy outfit. I'm not talking about the tuxedo.
But that looks like
You talking about a tuxedo? That's what I'm talking about. That uniform.
Job. I think you could believe.
I'm not saying it's not his job. I'm saying that he looks ridiculous walking through the streets like that.
You don't think people gonna recognize him? He just going to work. You don't think that? They're gonna say he look ridiculous.
They might. What's that Chappelle? Chappelle when he did the McDonald's or something?
With Calvin. Well, I just happen to know that.
Calvin is JJ, man. They're gonna be clowning JJ walking down the street.
JJ, what you doing? You gonna get that money, man? You know if you were at home doing that, everybody would know. People would know you going to work. What's that? Gonna make that money? Gonna usher them folks to their seat? You know you got a job.
Man, it was a review all the way home, bro.
Man, look, I had to wear that Wendy's uniform to work, and people
Wendy's outfit and that outfit are two totally different things, bro.
A 1920s striped shirt with an apple, dude.
Red pants, a red and gold jacket,
I thought
and a red hat looking like Isaac from the Love Boat.
I thought it was more of a blood red, not a bright. It was a darker red.
I don't care if it was blood red. I don't care what kind of red it was. He looked ridiculous.
He looked ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna stop.
We don't have to agree to disagree on this one. He looks ridiculous.
We come back later, and Florida is teaching JJ to waltz. They have a little bit of problem, and JJ said, I thought I was light on my feet. Yeah, but JJ, you heavy on my corns.
Heavy on my corns.
And she said,
corns.
She heavy on my corns.
Corns.
Florida was seriously limping. Like, whatever. She was seriously like.
Yeah.
They take a moment and, let me talk to you about debutante ball etiquette. Florida teaches JJ, he says, when you're talking to people, you look down on people. Like, so you're teaching him to be arrogant and look,
basically.
which is, dare I say, a harbinger of things to come in this episode. Like, I can't believe you're actually teaching him. When you talk to people, you do this. I was like,
I kind of got what she was doing though. She was trying to get him to blend in, cause I guess she figured everybody probably acts that way, so he blend right in, but it didn't come out that way.
It sure didn't. Oh my God. They try to dance again. It's really not all that. It's not working. JJ has to go pick up his tuxedo. As he is leaving, James comes home and sees JJ. JJ is floating on cloud 9. And he gives another rhyme off the word debutante, dude. I'm going to tell you, they went a few too many times to the well with the debutante.
And they went, that's when they went to the back, and that's when old girl came to the door.
No, he left to go get the tuxedo.
He left?
Yeah.
I thought he came from the back.
No. He left to get,
Yeah, you're right. Regardless, she came.
He comes, after he leaves, I don't know why they didn't see each other passing in the hallway, but they didn't. Clarissa comes to the door.
I tell you what, Clarissa don't mind walking through Cabrini Green, considering she's from the South Shore for the eight room house.
Cause she keep it real. Her daddy don't want her to keep it real.
She like the girl out of what's that movie, ATL? What's her name? The light skinned girl. What's her name?
Nunu.
Yeah, Nunu. She like Nunu, bro. She like Nunu walking. But Nunu was trying to act one way. Clarissa was just being herself. Clarissa was just like, look, hey, I can come through here just like y'all. I'm good.
I don't want my daughter here. Well, I'm getting jumping ahead. Clarissa comes by. She said, "Oh my God, JJ, he's gonna be so happy to see you." I don't think he's gonna be so happy to see me. Why? Because I can't go with him to the dad. He can't go with me to the dad. He come back. Bro. James, as he says,
James ain't going off on us twice.
As he says earlier, he says later, his jaws is tight and he hot. He hot about this.
Hey, why when I was watching this episode, I was in the bed looking at it on my phone, and that part came up, and my wife said, "Oh, I know you're gonna like that. His jaw is tight." I know you like hearing about somebody's jaws being tight.
Your jaws are tight.
No, she said, I know that's gonna be a quote. Your jaws tight.
So James, we back. James is mad. He said, What the hell you mean, James? You ain't the right type. I'm sorry. Excuse me. My name is James Evans. I'm JJ's father. He takes a beat. What the hell you mean he ain't his type? He ain't no blood. He said.
Oh
He said.
man, he's
No
mad,
blood.
man.
Wait.
I'd be
He
mad
said ain't
too.
no blood bank. And he is like I said. He is not hot. I mean,
Not
he's
happy.
hot about this. And he's like, my jaw. And they send. Wait, this is the thing.
He's got my
Florida.
jaws tight, Florida.
Clarissa
Got my
said,
jaws real tight.
I understand, Mr. Evans. I got into it with my parents. That's why I walked out on them. Florida is very concerned about his child.
Sure. I
Child.
mean, you don't do that in 1970.
Child, you
Black
walked.
family?
Child, you walked out on your family. She was like, that's very serious, Clarissa. Let's sit down and talk about it. She was very caught up in that moment. Let's talk about this.
Walking out on your family in the late 70s?
Oh man.
Mid 70s? Whenever?
Yeah. And then Florida asked Thelma to take Clarissa back in the room to relax her. And then JJ returns with his red tuxedo. And I need to say, even though it is a red tuxedo, it is the 70s. People wore those. It wasn't over the top.
I honestly didn't even pay attention to the fact that it was a red tuxedo.
I mean,
that must be why you kept on going on and off about. You thought I was talking about the tuxedo.
yeah, I did. Because
I didn't even pay close attention to the.
that's
to
how
the
I feel.
outfit.
I feel like I hear people talk about Uptown Saturday Night, and they talk about all the people dressing. I said that was the 70s. That was the 70s. We've seen pictures of our parents in these clothes.
Wow.
You went. Wow. You went.
Man, them do riders and them classics, boy.
It's the do riders more so, man. That one with the yellow those yellow outfits, no black hats. Oh,
I
that's
used to like when they took a picture, bro.
our parent.
They always have one. They always have one too with a drink. They always have one person with a drink, not looking at the camera, going like this, pointing at something because he over there looking at something else when he should be looking at the camera.
Our father's social and pleasure club was named the Do Riders, and let me tell you something, boy. They did right. They did right. But she takes Thelma in the back, and Thelma takes Clarissa in the back, and JJ is not JJ.
My jaw's real tight, Florida.
James in Florida talking about it, and she's talking more. So you met. I'm wondering about how JJ is gonna take it. It's gonna be really hard, you know. And JJ returns, and he is excited. And he's really excited. And they got to tell him, it's like, yo, you can't go. And he's like, wait, what?
Like, why?
And Clarissa comes out, and she says, and she explains, and JJ is really upset.
Yeah.
Again, James don't give a damn.
I don't even know if he was upset as much as he was just down. Like
he was more
when
down.
I think of upset, I think of like anger. He just was like, dang, they treated me like I ain't good enough. Like, damn.
Like I've been to their house, and it just been
He had
fake
not
and
been
fun.
to their house.
Yeah, how you think he know about the house? He knows they got an
No,
8-room house.
He met her. He met her at the
But he
theater.
mentioned that she has an 8-room house, and he
She
mentioned
might have told him
specific.
he had an 8-room house.
He spoke about the bathroom like he went in it.
Oh.
I think he's been there.
Oh, I wasn't under the impression that he'd been there. I thought maybe
I mean,
she told him about
and the
it.
thing is, they've had to meet him. Where'd they meet him at? In the middle of the street? Because they clearly say he's a nice boy. They've met him. They've met JJ.
Yeah, that's
The parents
true.
have met JJ. He's been over there. He's been in the house. There's a knock at the door. And who
Bro, they
is it?
knock at the door. Everybody turned. You was like, even you knew something was up because the audience was like, oh.
It was weird because it's like you don't really know, you don't really expect them on the 17th floor of Cabrini Green, but for
You
some
don't,
reason
but hey, she said she walked out on her family. All you heard was,
that could have been a bookman. That could have been a bookman knot. That could have been a bookman. I want to say it's a Walona knot, but Walona just walk in. She just walk
yep,
in.
well, long hair.
But it is the Robinson, Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, standing in all their upper middle class glory. Got a little suit on, and she has on her fur, and they standing in the door, like, like I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh man, and then they walked in, and the mom was just like,
He looked like ooh, this is rough.
like I'm walking, like as I walk in, just the air is going to permeate me or something.
This poorness. I feel this poorness
Like
touching
man,
me. I think poorness is getting into my fur. I'm gonna have to have it cleaned.
hey, digression, very quick. We were looking at Sinners. Yes, I know I'm late on watching Sinners. Yes, it's a great movie, excellent movie. I know. Yes, whatever. But there's one thing. But my son kept on saying, he was talking about, yeah, that's how, that's the whole thing with vampires, that they, they have to you have to let them in. And I was sitting there like, really? He was like, yeah, that's the whole thing about vampires. I was like, that sound like your generation. Vampires in the 80s were just busting up in the houses, and as long as it was nighttime, they was getting busy. They was all in the houses, biting up on everybody. I don't ever remember anybody on Fright Night saying, "Can I come in?" Maybe the new one.
You gonna let me in?
Yeah, I said maybe these new vampires, but don't come at me like, oh, that's always been a story with vampires. Man, I ain't never heard no story about Dracula talking about, can I come in?
I'm not a horror guy, so I can't really say. I can't. I don't. It may exist. I just know. How did he say it?
No.
Wait, he said it's a we can life. We can be free. It was crazy.
Big man said, Big man was like, you gonna let me in? He was like, I gotta let your big ass in.
I mean, it did make sense. Why not let you in?
Any other time you
just walked your ass.
Your big ass in.
It was. It was. He did that. He's like, why you? What you mean? I didn't invite you in.
But my son trying to convince me that how vampires were all. No, I saw Blade, and Blade wasn't talking about. They wasn't talking to Blade. Talking, hey man, let me in. Come church people, man. Hey, what was the movie with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman?
Oh, you got me. Come on. Don't know.
No, The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys. With Kiefer Sutherland.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. When they came over, they wasn't like, hey, you gonna let me in? Oh, come on, man. Miss me with that BS, man. With that.
And shout out to Sinners. You know what? They have broken the record of 60. They've broken a record of 16
and quite frankly,
Academy Award nominations. That is a record. It
took me so long to watch because I'm not a horror person. And I don't like jump scares and all that. I've never been into that, even though, I saw the Freddy Kruegers and all that stuff, but it was like, it was going to take me a minute because it's a horror. I'm just not into the horror movies. But I had to make sure to go see it, to watch it.
I saw it opening weekend. I said I wanted to see it in IMAX, and then I bought a ticket to the Grauman
Even
Chinese
though now I am watching Welcome to Derry. But it was one of those things where you started it, and now I'm like, I gotta finish it.
I don't know about that. I get it. No, I did.
Don't get me wrong. I've thought about that. You sitting on a stationary bike trying to look at this and you're like, damn, I'm already breathing hard. You making me lose my breath.
We went to Sinners. I don't even know. Like I say, the Robinsons are there and they're just not happy, and they're talking to the family. Well, they're what did James say? Well, what he said.
I know what James said.
Look like they're gonna need some light. No, maybe we wanted to get some Lysol to spray for the way they
said, Mr. and Mrs. Oreo, ain't that how we do cookie? Said something like that, bro. I called him Mr. and Mrs. Oreo and then called the dude Cookie.
All right, now, Mr. Evans. Yeah, I'm getting tired.
We're going to get down. It's time for us to get down.
Right then and there. He felt like the way he looked with them big jaws, I couldn't help but think of Curly from the Three Stooges. He felt like
I honestly was looking like, how did y'all pair this couple together?
Yeah. It was...
How did y'all pair these two people together?
It was...
And how did they come out with Clarissa?
How did James not beat this man's ass? Because he was just saying things about, like, his whole thing was, you know, I worked hard to get out of here. I worked hard. I worked my butt off. And he said, God, what's the exact words he said? He got so angry. No, JJ offers him some Kool-Aid, and he said, "No, Junior, they need imported champagne with custom bubbles." Cookie.
Ain't that right, Cookie?
Ain't that right, Cookie?
Where he called him Mr. and Mrs. Oreo and came back around and made sure to refer to him again as Mr. Oreo, except he used his nickname, Cookie.
He got mad. His name is Gene too. Gene revealed that he lived here in Cabrini Green. I fought to get out, and he wants more for his family. And I was like, it is strange to hear that when I hear that from other people, when they say, I want more for my family. Well, why? And James and them express it like, don't everybody want more for it? Are you the only one?
Then he wanted to try to hit it. Then he wanted to try to come in. You make it sound like success is a dirty word, brother. Then James had to come back. He had to come back at him. James had to keep it real.
He said, nah, brother, it's forgetting.
Forgetting where you came back, brother. Tell him, Daddy.
You know what? Sometimes I'll be like, Thelma, you need to kind of chill. Like, sometimes tell me, we don't need your ad libs and stuff like that.
Right, Daddy. That's right, Daddy.
Because at one point in time, Clarissa did early on, when they first got there, Clarissa said, Daddy, I'm not going. And Florida said, child, you need to go with your daddy. And then Thelma said, Mama, Clarissa don't want to go. And I know in homes that we lived in, hold on. Do I hear someone who doesn't pay bills talking in there? Hold on. Wait, Thelma loves to chime in. Now, maybe this is something that Henry Ellison and Jack wrote into it. Norm Paul and Jack Ellison wrote. But yeah, we don't do that because Thelma's getting kind of like, chippy.
I don't have a daughter, so I don't know how that rolls. Because that's something that's a lot.
Look, I got daughters, but the way Thelma, look, grown folks is talking here. You don't get into this conversation. That's just a respect thing. That's all. But he's sitting there talking about forgetting. He said, "Damn right, you want to forget. I want to forget the stink of the ghetto no more." I was like, "Hold on, man. You in my house? Like, what are you like? You in my house talking about the stink of the ghetto?"
He lucky he didn't get him put on him, bro.
That's what I was like. I was sitting there like, ooh, like you talking, like you saying my house stink?
The only reason that James didn't put them things on him is because he has writers.
That's right. That's how we saw no violence. The writers, because this is not. He is breaking him off for this. All I want to know is I want what's best for my family. That's what Gene said. That's what the father said. And then they break out James' paintings and show him, like, they're saying there's a million one shot to get out of here. And he said, they show us a million one shot to get out. He said, this is his
Let
million
me
one
show
shot.
you our son's 1,000,000 shot.
But what killed me was when they looked at it like they were looking at a jungle, like an animal in the jungle.
Peculiar.
Look at it, it's peculiar. The paintings are peculiar. They're alive. They come alive.
I wonder how the wife. I would love to get a backstory on the wife.
Man, tell me about it.
Because while Cookie didn't come, while Cookie came from Cabrini Green, it is obvious that his wife did not.
True. But he says, what makes you think I want the best for my daughter? It's like, what makes you think our son ain't the best? And he says, this is the point where I thought he was going to kick.
Because he's here.
He's a nice boy, but he's here. And I was like, this is the part where James is literally putting his foot in his ass. Because I was like, this is just getting insulting, bro.
Well, did you take it as he's here as in his house? Or he's here as he's in the ghetto?
It is the ghetto, but at that moment in time, I just didn't like it. It just felt like...
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. I didn't like it either. I'm just saying that when I listen to it, I'm thinking of him talking about just in general Cabrini Green.
No, I thought he was too.
He's a nice boy, but he's here.
I knew
that
he was talking.
Been a Shagu moment.
I knew he was talking about. I knew he was talking about Cabrini Green, but it just felt personal.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. No, I get it. I was just asking if how you were thinking about it. That's all.
Yeah,
it's same thing. Yeah.
But they look at the paintings and they offer to buy. It's like
that's kind of funny though, bro. It was kind of funny. Bro. He was like, what? He's here. I guess I think back to. I guess I could see somebody doing that in like speech and debate, bro. Like when they acting out of dramatic, when they doing like a dramatic interpretation, bro. I could just see somebody. He's here.
He's just dramatic.
Good times.
He says
Debutante Ball.
The Debutante. Stop. They asked Clarissa, well, Clarissa, are you coming home? She says, I'm not going. He said, I'm going home, but you got to agree to let me date JJ, and I don't have to go to the Debutante Ball. And they agreed to it.
She was like, and mom was like, no. He's like, no.
Let him go. And JJ and Clarissa bounce out and go on a date. And after they leave.
Let's go back to that date, though. What do you want to do? How about we go get a Big Mac? All right. That was very interesting.
You know what? I think at that point in time,
at that time, Big Macs
were hot. Like they weren't. You weren't concerned about health back then.
How long has the Big Mac been out?
Man, Big Mac been out since late 60s. It became popular in the 70s.
Okay.
Like that's when it was like, oh wow, the Big Mac, like two patties, like that was.
Yeah, I remember you used to get it when you get in that styrofoam, bro. You could put the Big Mac on one side, put your fries on the other. I'm like, all right, man.
I think you can still do that. I haven't been to McDonald's in a while, but I think you can still. I don't know.
I don't know. I have not. I can literally tell you the last time I purchased dinner from a McDonald's. I can literally tell you. Of
when
course,
was
it's
that?
digression. Literally, the Saints played. I know. Huh? The Saints played. The Saints played the Eagles in a Saturday playoff game. And it was in the evening, and you know I can't eat during Saints game. I'm looking at the game. And the game ended, and I remember they won. They won like about a field goal or something. And, like at the end of the game or something like that.
One where
Playoff
Reggie
game.
Bush got hit.
No, not that one. It was
Okay.
later on. It was like 2013 or 2014, something like that. I think it was 2013. And I remember I was like, man, I'm just going to go old school. So I'm going to go, because that was the only thing probably that I could find that was close. I said, I'm going to go to McDonald's. I went and got me, I said, man, I'm going to go old school. I got me big fries. I got me a Big Mac quarter pounder with cheese. And I even got a milkshake. Bruh. And I know you don't. You need to go find the episode of SpongeBob. There's an episode of SpongeBob where they
Now, I'm
go
gonna
to
say-
the
I don't know how we got here, but I'm
people who
going
watch
with it.
SpongeBob know this. There is an episode of SpongeBob where they find out like everybody, like the food is just putting people in a trance, bruh. And when they go and they actually bite into the sandwiches and in the food, it's nothing but gray gruel in the middle, bruh. I promise you, I bit into the quarter pounder with cheese, and I was like, damn, this don't taste like it did back in 1997.
Don't taste like 16 again. Don't taste
Yeah.
like.
Bruh, I could have been eating a wall, and it wouldn't have not been any different from the quarter pounder with cheese I was eating. So then I moved on to the Big Mac. Same thing, bruh. I was like, damn, is something wrong with my taste buds? I ate the fries. It was all right. And then the kicker, I had the milkshake. I was like, damn, I go buy some Briars and have a better.
Ironically, I saw something the other night on TikTok. This guy was talking about health, and he pulled up a bag and he said, "This is from McDonald's. I bought this in 2020, and it was still intact." I was like, "Oh my god!" I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it was real,
Bruh,
but he
I
was
doubt
saying,
it.
"Dude,
I'll tell you one thing. That food did not. It didn't taste bad. It didn't taste good. It
Didn't
just
taste.
tastes. It
just didn't taste."
I could have gone like this, bruh. I could have gone just like that. Same thing.
The Robinsons offer money, and then for his paintings, like James, like, "Oh no, they ain't for sale. Not
for you.
Not
for
for
you.
you. Nah, you can't pay for it." And he says, "I was gonna give you $100. I'll take it." JJ. JJ's character is for sale every week.
That could be your Shagu moment. Although $100 for my painting is,
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
understand what they were trying to get at, but it's like, dude offered me $100 for a painting.
he bounced. Well, let me state, they bounced out, and that's when Gene said, "It's okay. She's going away to school in a few weeks, and then she'll forget about JJ. This is a business deal."
No.
He said, "This is just like that paint. Just like that painting."
Never saw this before. I never saw this before.
He said, "Just like that."
Florida.
But wait, you gotta say what she said. She said, "Just like your son. It was just a business thing to me." And that's when Florida got froggy. Florida looked like she was about to jump.
But that was not part of what I saw when I was younger. When I would see the reruns, that was not part of that was cut out.
Florida looked like she wanted to put paws on him. She wanted to put paws.
Florida looked like that episode where she grabbed that bat and Michael was choking out necks and backs from Sanford and Son. If you don't know what necks and backs are from,
you're mixing them all up. You got to be considerate. You
need to find the episode with the little boy who stayed over at Fred and Lamont on Sanford and Son, and he said he wanted some necks and backs.
You got to be more considerate of the audience. You just went straight. He
I
said
think
she.
people who watch from Sanford and Son definitely know what I'm talking about.
I
So I'm gonna go with
understand,
them.
but some of our new audience members.
You don't have to know you don't have to know everything that we're talking about. Sometimes it might just go over your head, bro. Sometimes it happens, bro. It just goes right over your head, bro. It's all right.
Uh, like I said, she was upset, and James holds her back, and he says, "It's okay."
You
He's
make
just
it
speaking.
sound like confusion is a dirty word, brother.
No, it's just clarity. How about that? It's just clarity. How about that? um, he says, "Nah, Flora, it's okay. He's just speaking his mind. I'm gonna speak my mind. Get the hell out of my house."
Never saw that either, bro. That was a new one too.
That was
That was the
pretty
first
funny.
time I saw that.
That
And it was
that
pretty
was-
funny, bro.
that's
He
a way
said,
to
I
go out
got
on
one
the show.
too. But because he just kept the smile on his face. He said, I got one too. Get the hell on out my house.
That was a great end to the show. It was cool. It was cool. Before we go any further, the Black Log is sponsored by Fade to Black Funeral Homes. Death is a part of life. Put life into your loved one's death at Fade to Black Funeral Home with t-shirt printing and tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved ones. Fade to Black. Quote of the show. Yes, he's a nice boy, but he's here. I know that's not. It drove me crazy every time I heard it. It drove.
I had a
he just
couple, man.
he just
I
talking
had,
about JJ so bad, bro. I was like, damn, dog.
I think I finally fell on because it was so funny. That's why I'm saying, get the hell on out my house. That was mine at the end of the show. But, welcome to the ghetto. How'd y'all get in here? Pose as spooks? James went hard. He went hard in the paint, bro.
The other one, what he say? There's N words in here. I was like, God damn, Jay.
Yeah, we did. I know people was like, y'all just kind of skipped over that, huh?
Nah, yeah, you can't. I was like, whoa. I was like, no. The way he said it, no. He said that to his wife. He said that to Mrs. Robinson because she said something else. Like,
Yeah.
it was, I was kind of tripping off that. Believe it or not, my Shaq moment was JJ asking for that $100. It was.
I didn't have one. I really didn't. I mean, like I said, I could go back to Michael with his.
I just wanted to say, JJ, could you just have a little, just stand up? Like the man don't want you to date his daughter. Like
So fancy they eat that fried chicken broiled.
Ooh. Still an issue in the community. Classism. Classism in the black community. It's still an issue.
I like the way you put it. I put uppity black folks looking down on you.
I mean,
I
that's
said
what.
classism. I said that's why I said I like the way you put it. I said the way I put it was uppity black folks looking down on you.
Yeah, that's pretty much to the point. Anything unrealistic. James not kicking Cookie's head for saying some of the things he did about JJ. Like kicking him up and down the freeway or the hallway.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Anything unrealistic for you?
That's why I said no. I said I agree with you.
Dad nostalgia. I remember we were at the airport.
What about before you go? Because I feel like Dan nostalgia gonna take up a little more time. Background Brent quote? Anything?
Thelma not handing the phone to JJ made me laugh. It was no word said, but he came up there. She put it down, like, I ain't giving you no phone, Negro. No words were said, but to me, I love the way she's like, I ain't giving you no phone.
I did have one background Brent quote, which was kind of went under the radar, bro. JJ, when he was so excited, man, I tell you, if I wear out my rented shoes, I ain't worried because I got on my rented socks.
Can't take it nowhere.
That just got a kick out. I just got a kick out of that. I'm sorry.
You know what? One thing I gotta say about this. See, JJ is somebody to be as quote unquote poor as he is. He did know how to wear a tuxedo. I always remember the pilot of the Fresh Prince where he came down the
that
steps
fool came down with
a cummerbund around his chest, and I was like, "Come on, dog. Come on, a black kid in Philly ain't seen how to put on a tuxedo. Where we going with this?"
You can tell who made that suggestion in the writer's room. I tell you what. You know he's never worn a tuxedo before because, hey, he's from the ghetto, right? So he doesn't know what a cummerbund is. So just tell him to put it and wrap it around his chest. And he puts his hat, and he flips his hat up, and he wears. Wait a minute. He wears the tie around his neck with no shirt on, with a t-shirt. That'll get all kinds of laughs.
Oh,
yes, this is a case of laughing at us, not with us.
I mean, I shouldn't, but I always remember that because like, oh, okay, the Fresh Prince, like, what? I was like,
that is ridiculous.
it's just like they don't. You know they don't know how to put on tuxedos. You know they don't do that type of thing.
You got me mad all over again just thinking about that fool wearing a cummerbund around his chest.
I mean, clearly
he had a cummerbund right here, bro.
Right
like,
here.
That is the most ridiculous area. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
it just made no sense whatsoever.
Did he have shorts on too?
Yeah, he did. And Jordans.
It was a ridiculous looking outfit, bro.
Yeah, and that was the pilot. And I remember saying, well, I guess I might not be watching this show.
Man, can you please go to your dad nostalgia? Please. That is ridiculous.
It just always reminds, like that was the 70s and JJ knew how to put a tuxedo on. You know Dad nostalgia, I just remember this incident. I don't know what, it had nothing to defending me or whatever. Something happened. We were in an airport, and somebody grabbed a bag off the our bag, or maybe my bag off the rack, and Dad went and snatched that bag. Give me that bag, man. Dad went and snatched the bag. That's bag, and he's like, I just always remember that, and it made me feel like that's what James should have done, like beat somebody's ass, like beat Gene's ass.
You all can probably see where Rod and I get our high blood pressure from.
Why do we have to mention? I don't have health. We don't.
I have high blood pressure. I take medication.
I mean, why are you talking about health? So yeah, that's what I had. My dad nostalgia. The specific.
My dad nostalgia came from a different place.
It came from
for some reason.
It came from
I was thinking about these. This family from the South Shore. It just made me think about when I was in high school. They had so many Sweet 16 parties, where. I mean, it was a big thing. Like, they would be dressed up. The girls would be dressed up for their Sweet 16 parties. It was a regular party, but it was a big thing. I just remember one time I was supposed to be taking an ACT the next day, and we found out. We was like, man, they got a such and such Sweet 16 party tomorrow. It's like tonight. It was a Friday too, and I was talking to my boy Vance. I was like, man, that party's gonna be rolling, bro. It's gonna be rolling. And it was all three. It was me, Vance, and my boy Sean. We was on three. We was like, we might want to hit that up. And Sean was like, bro, we got the ACT tomorrow. Of course, I was like, man, I know, but how about if we just go pass by the party and come right back? Because it was right over there in Kenilworth. I know y'all have no idea. People from New Orleans, people who are not from New Orleans, have no idea what we mean when we say Kenilworth. But let's just say it was not a long drive. And he was like, all right, but I'm not staying. I said, look, we just stay there. Half hour tops. Your mommy and daddy. I said, hey, I'm going to go to this party. I'll be back. So, you got the ACT tomorrow. I'll be back no later than 11. All right. Got to that party.
Sound like Ray Charles. Uh-oh.
Bro, we got in that party, bro. We was kind of standing around. I was like, man. I was like, bro, this party is rolling. Stay a little longer. And Sean was like, see, that's why I should have drove. Because I ain't, no, bro, no. He's like, bro, no. And I was like, man, I'll bring you back home. Because, like I said, it wasn't
a party in Kenilworth.
Yeah, it wasn't far. I was like, to bring him back home, I told Vance, I said, bro, I'll be right back. I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna bring Sean back home. Came back. Yeah, we stayed at that, but we went ahead and closed that one out. And maybe you don't, but you always had to give a little knock on the door when you got home. And, mom and dad was sleeping. Give a little knock on the door.
You had to do that. I was responsible. They knew about you. You were a problem.
I can't.
That was you.
Because I got home, bro. And man, I remember I said, ooh, how I'm going to do this. So I said, and just knock on the door real quick and just go to bed. Say, hey, home, good night. Ryan.
Clarissa can't save you tonight.
Ryan, come here. Come, open the door. I was like, ooh. I opened the door. What time did you say that you were coming back from that party? Well,
stop. I think we went well. Wait, went well.
I said, well, I said I might, probably, and boy, I don't think I got to the word B before your dad was like, don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. And he started to get up. And I was like, oh, my Lord. He's going to beat me to death. And your mama's saving arm was like, Bob, just.
You need to go thank that woman.
Yeah. And all he did, all I remember he said, get the hell on out of here. And I went to bed, and man, I woke up to take that ACT, and I don't even remember what the conversation was before I left, but it was not rolling, bruh.
You're a husband and a father because of that arm. You need to thank that. You think that arm, that arm is the difference between you and your life now. Remember that. That is the difference right there, Bob. That's Ooh,
well, that was it.
There he is, the habitual line stepper. Habitual line stepper. Here you go. He's stepping. Yeah. He's stepping. He not going to the line. He's crossing it. He's crossing. Say, man, this party's rolling. I think we need to sit for 11 o'clock. Man. They even look when I got man. Oh man. As always, this has been enjoyable. New discovery. Closing out look like Ray Charles. Uh-oh. That's what. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Until next week, my name is Rod. His name is Ryan. This is the Black Log. Peace.